Warning: this game contains flashing graphics to potentially trigger seizures in people with photosensitive epilepsy. Please take caution. What the hell did I just play? Puss has me scratching my head. This is by far one of the strangest games I've ever played. It's straight out of the Vaporwave playbook. Strange glitch graphics, ultra neon, and intense electronic music. They even have the statues and dolphins. I thought Vaporwave was supposed to be a joke, but for Puss, it works. The game seems simple at first, especially since it's completely mouse controlled. Yet the levels are mazes with puzzle and bullet hell elements. Sometimes it's one of those things, but usually it's a combination. The objective is to move the cat to the exit. See? Simple. But it's not. It's one of the most difficult games I've ever played. It's so damn infuriating too. It should be so easy. Puss is not for casual gamers. It requires extremely precise mouse control to move through the maze, because if you hit the sides, you'll die. That would be hard enough, but of course there's the puzzles and projectiles I mentioned. They require a ton of patience and timing. There's no way to brute force your way through this game. It's just not going to happen. Even if there's some leeway when hitting the side, you can quickly move back to not touching the side, then you'll stay alive. But the screen shakes and glitches out, so it's all muscle memory and luck if you can do it. Puss is nice enough to provide checkpoints, so you never have to fully restart from the beginning, which would be a nightmare. After finishing the first area, 5 new areas open up that you need to retrieve a key from. Luckily, after completing one of those sections, you don't have to play it over again. What a relief. This gives me an opportunity to actually complete the game. Maybe. You can keep replaying these areas over and over until you complete them. The checkpoints are really fair. I cannot imagine it's possible to play through this game on one go. Getting the keys not only progresses the game, but can also make it a little bit easier. At the end of each area, you'll get a key, but also rescue someone that can help you. For example, I unlocked Jesus Christ, and he gives a bubble that will allow for 1 free death per stage. At this point in time, I can only guess what the others are since I haven't been able to unlock them. As you slowly make your way through the game, having these helping hands will go a long way to making sure you can actually finish the game. Do note that there is a scoring system. For one thing, I'll never worry about getting a high score, just finishing the game would be an accomplishment. However, the harder you push yourself to complete the levels quickly and without dying, the more you're rewarded. Not just with score, but there's a bar at the end of each level. When it fills up, you get an extra life. They can come in pretty handy in later levels that are more difficult, especially the bosses. As you might expect from extra lives, more chances. I absolutely try and rush the first few levels to get those lives. I know by the end I'm going to be wishing I had them. It's a great way to pressure the player into making mistakes and creates a risk-reward system. I always felt the burden to move fast and get those lives. And oh god, those bosses. They're a wild ride, even more difficult than the normal levels. They're usually a bullet hell combined with quick mechanics. There's so much to dodge, but with the movement requirements on top of that, it's just a lot for your brain to handle. Also, it's absolutely crushing when you're defeated on a boss after putting in all of the work to get there. Since you'll be playing areas over and over, it's a good thing Puss has plenty of levels. Even after playing for hours, I still see new levels, which is great. The large pool means I'm never bored. But it adds more levels I need to practice to get by. Many times when first seeing a level, or even the 10th time, it's still not enough to master the mechanics or know the timings. Only through repeatedly seeing them will you get the hang of it. Even though the levels are well done, Puss sometimes goes against its own rules. It makes the levels really difficult the first time you see them. They're all difficult because of timings and patterns, but you expect a puzzle to work one way and it defies that. It's painful. For example, on one level, you might only be allowed to walk on a black floor, but when you get to the moving platform, it's blue with black under it. In my mind, I still wanted to walk on the black, which is obviously not correct. Now that I know that, yeah, it's obvious, but seeing it for the first time, I was baffled. Anyway, what's really impressive is how long they keep the Vaporwave going. I kind of expected a short game with a lot of repetition. There's just a ton of different music tracks, and each level has something different, whether it's a new cat, a statue, or cat statue. Puss also is meant to disturb you and is filled with nightmare fuel. The music is weird, but it seems the intent is to distract the player more than anything. If you've ever listened to Vaporwave, you'll know what I mean. I like the music, but it does make it hard to concentrate. By the way, the mouse sensitivity is huge for this game. Make sure you have it set correctly. It has to be just the right amount of fast to speed through gaps, but low enough so you don't twitch into the side. It's adjustable in-game, so if you're having problems playing, then definitely check that. Also, this is not a game to have a drink with. Any impairment to your motor skills is probably going to get you killed. Overall, Puss is an experience for the gamers that want to test themselves with a difficult game. If you do beat it, then you'll accomplish something only a few will do, and I know that's the point. Puss is difficult from the beginning and stays difficult the entire time. I hate this game in the best possible way. It's a whole new level of infuriating and awesome. I think the whole game really moves the boundaries of how far you can push a player mechanically while trying to distract and annoy them. You don't need to memorize the levels for randomness, unlike those incredibly difficult platformers, like I Want to Be the Guy. Instead, Puss is down to pure mechanical skill, and it really works well. I don't actually hate this game. I like it a lot. I hate that it makes me feel super bad at games, but I just have to keep playing and maybe one day I'll get there. If you want something tough and are not completely turned off by Vaporwave, then Puss is for you. Thanks for watching.